G'day everybody, welcome back to Reactive Gaming with Chris and James, and welcome back to the Sons of Forest. Today we're going to be showing you 20 advanced building tips and tricks. So now this is stuff we do every day in our builds. So we're going to go through, we're going to essentially build an A-frame house. But we're going to go through one by one, every little thing and how we do it. So we're going to start off with the walls, and more particularly how we do our 1 1/4 walls. Now, 1 1/4 walls are really handy for obviously having that height. This just looks a lot better, don't you reckon, James?
Yeah, it looks heaps better.
You just got that height where you can jump, you don't have to worry about it. Anyway, Let's get started. Okay, so first things first, you just need to get your foundation laid. I wasn't going to do a video on how to lay a floor because if you don't know how to do that, we got bigger problems.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to have 1 stone laid. That's how we start it every single time. And then we're going to go across like that. We're going to fill these in real quick. We're going to leave open where we want the doors. So I'm going to leave that part open there. Okay, we're going to do the doors. James is going to show you how to do that.
Okay. We go to this height here. Right, so we're doing the 4. Okay, so when we're doing the doors like this, the doorways, the game will prompt you to do horizontal arrows. We don't want that. We've got to crouch down until you see vertical dots going up to the roof, and then hit your trigger and fill it in like that. When you've completed it and you've done it right, you will have a gap at the top, just like that. Then, all you do is grab your axe and cut it out, and you've got a door at the standard height.
Beautiful. And then you can always fill in the gaps afterwards if you want to.
Yes.
So that's the basic stuff done. So we're just going to get a couple of planks, lay them in afterwards. Not a big deal. Okay, let's do this one here as well, James.
Okay, so you're going to down, look for the vertical.
Look for the vertical.
Just like when you're doing the the fireplace.
Found it. There we go. Okay.
Yep. And just another one. Yep.
Beautiful. Let's cut that out. We got ourselves a normal sized door. Okay, let's quickly fill in the rest of the walls. Okay, that is all the walls done. Everything's filled in, including the bottoms. So we still need to fill in the top bits of those, but we'll do that down the track. Not an important one. Next one, we are going to be doing James's fireplace. So this is another reason why we like to do the 1 1/4 builds, is to basically be able to do this fireplace. That's one of the main reasons we do it. See, creative mode will always pump out the max amount. Let's do that. And we go across, fill in the floor.
Yep,
let's go up again. We're going to do everything except for fill in the front of this. I'm trying to find that prompt. There we go. Okay.
Right.
That's it.
You've got to do the walls. You've got to do the walls before you do underneath, because if you do the underneath first, you won't get the prompts, the straight up and down prompts to do the in-betweens. Okay, so keep that in mind. Always do your walls first. Yep,
and don't fill in the bottoms yet. That's a pretty important tip here. I'm just going to quickly get the blueprint for the fireplace. Okay, we got our blueprint. Let's make sure we straighten this bad boy up. James, how do you want this laid in there, mate?
Right, so when you put it in there, you try and leave as little as possible out of it, but you've got to make it as square as possible. Normally it's about half stone hanging out. So yeah.
Half stone hanging out? That's about that there. That looks pretty straight. Yeah, I know. Okay.
Beautiful.
That's it. That's good.
Okay, so from this point, you crouch down, go to an angle, and you look for your vertical...
5 lines.
5 lines again.
Yep. So we got them there. So we'll just quickly lay one in there.
Yep.
One row. So we don't want to be filling in the fireplace yet. That's it. So all you got hanging out is the actual fireplace now, and that's going to be for the actual bit. All right, let's fill that bad boy in. Yep. Let's get that in. Done.
Okay. She's going to be a perler.
She's going to look lovely.
Then grab, just like cutting a window out. Then
Perfect.
you can grab your quarter log, quarter plank.
Yep.
And
lovely. You got
make
some
it like
shutters.
a window. And then just open them up.
Okay.
And there she be, guys.
That's it. So from here, I just threw that in there. You can lay your fireplace basically at a good height now too. You got some, yep, split logs, beautiful. And that is it. Light her up. You got yourself a beautiful fireplace. Once you're finished with it, or if you don't want to look at the fire no more, or you just close the little shutters. It's just a bit hard to see the prompts every now and then. All right, the next thing we're going to be showing you is how to do a rope bridge stair system. So James has actually found a nice way when you got really, really high walls. For instance, the 1 1/4 that we're doing now. But this will also apply to 1 1/2, 1 3/4, or even 2 high, or 2 grids high walls. So it really doesn't matter. But when you're going higher and higher, the angle is going to be greater and greater unless you move it out further. So James is going to quickly show you exactly how we're going to do that.
Okay, with the 1 1/4 ones, I normally come in from the doors about 1, find a spot, okay, and what I'm doing now is laying down the grid for the 1 1/2 walls. All right, so once that's done, just like laying the floors, okay, and then we go up to the highest, up to the height needed. Then we come across like that. Okay, then we grab our rope out and we come up to here, and you'll get the middle one or the 2 outside ones. These are the prompts to allow for the rope bridge. And then you get to the distance that you want and click it, and it'll go in, and then click the other side.
Beautiful.
Okay, we've come this far. Now we have to fill in the walls, because once we put the planks on it, we won't be able to we won't get this option to do it. Okay.
So it's not necessary to put the walls up?
No, it's not necessary, but
it looks better. Yeah,
it looks better.
Yeah.
Okay,
awesome.
So then you find yourself a plank, and you go to the top of it, and then at the highest point, you'll be given a prompt to start applying the planks. Once you do that, just stay in the one spot and click away, and the stairs will push you back.
Oh,
okay.
That's the hard part now.
Yeah. So there you go.
Beautiful.
Okay, and you just plank it across like that.
Beautiful. Okay, cool. Next thing we're going to go to is how to do supports. So what we need is a log or stone, whichever you prefer to use. We're going to use logs because it's a lot quicker and easier. All right, we're going to be running the supports for the roof. So we got, well, not so much a roof. It can be a roof if you want to use it as a roof, but this is going to be our floor. So now we're up 1 1/4. So normally what a lot of people would do is probably lay down, say, a quarter log here, waste of time. I'm not sure if many people know this, but this is just a nice and easy way to do it, is you actually just put it down and you'll see a prompt to come up, and it'll come up to the correct height because that's the height it's already programmed to do. We don't need to go across that way, but we're going to go up all the way across. And then from there, we are at perfect height. So once again, you don't need to lay your log down like this and do it all the way across. We're going to go from the top, drag it up. So if you're doing this without cheats or anything like that, you're going to need a few logs on hand, obviously. But this is the most efficient way of doing it. That is done. So we did it this way because it's 5. 5 is the max you could span something without having other pillars in the way. We're going to get a half log. We're going to support them. Now you could use stone or logs, it doesn't really make a difference. We're just once again using logs because it's a lot easier. So once we've done all that, all we do is take out the supports or the pillars. We can tear up the floor here. Tear out the little quarter logs. If you're using creative mode, thankfully it doesn't make much of a mess. And that's that. So same thing here. We already have a wall here, so we don't actually really need to use the corner supports. But once again, we're going to have to do the same thing. Just do it once. You don't need to do it twice. We're going to go down. Same thing. Across. Take out that. Take this out. Take that out. We're all done. You don't even need to put corner supports in there. You can if you want for an aesthetic, but it doesn't require it. So we're just going to finish off this floor here, and we're back in a second. Okay, all our supports are up, spanning 5 across. Now, you can do this as long as you want, as long as it's no more than 5, without something in the middle or somewhere that's going to be supporting 5. That's just the best way I could put it. You keep it in 5 and you don't crisscross. Now, this is what a lot of people make mistakes doing, right? Let's quickly lay this back down for a second. Oh, do you have a full log on you? Can I have that, please? Thank you. I see a lot of people do this and they wonder why their supports don't come out. They'll be doing this. You have to keep one basic run of supports, nothing connected like that. Because sometimes, maybe not this time, but a lot of the times you will lock it in. So if you keep it exactly the way we got it right here, you shouldn't have any problems. All right, let's quickly go fill in these floors. Okay, floors done. So I put this all the way across here, so this is not going to be in the way anymore. We also left the fireplace open. We're going to show you why in a minute. Okay, the floor's all done. We're going to work on some windows. So we can do some of the traditional ways of doing it. The ways I like doing it, it is a little bit, it's not good for security, but I like the way they look. I tend to do 3. So you can actually put a quarter log in there, but it won't do the whole lot. It will just do the bottom 2. You can leave it open. I don't really care if cannibals get in. Just more fun for me, to be honest. But if you're looking for a way to keep it secure, I'd probably only recommend doing 2. So you could do it any which way you want. You could have them coming from the outside opening in. Or what we can do is probably the best way to do it, and that looks a lot better too from the outside, is doing it from the inside out when they open like that. That gives it a really, really nice look. I personally like it that way. You keep these closed, the cannibals won't be able to get in. So if you've got structure damage on though, they can break through them really, really easily just by hitting it a few times and they'll get in. So keep your structure damage off. If you're not aware on how to turn off your structure damage, I'll quickly show you how to do it. So you go to your options, go to gameplay, go all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see along here it says structure damage, and you toggle it off. That way, if anyone comes into your base, they can't destroy it. Okay, we're going to be showing you how to do solar panels, particularly hidden ones. We like to hide our panels. We don't like to put them on the roof, nothing like that. So what I've done is already put up all the wiring that was required. So now keep in mind, we are doing 1 1/4. So if you're doing 1 1/4 from the top or 1 1/4 from the bottom, that's going to make a big difference. But we are going from 1 1/4 from the bottom. So what we want to do is connect our bottom part up here. Probably somewhere not so visible. Let's go over a little bit more. Like there, that'll connect up. From here, we've got to bypass this quarter because it will not link up. Now, it's not the best looking. You can do it in better ways. We're just doing a quick way to show you can figure out how you want to do it. That will light up everything now. So all we got to do is fill in the stone again, and then you got hidden solar panels that no one wants to see. Alrighty, so now for the next step, before we put our roof on or anything like that, now this is only going to really affect people doing an A-frame build, but we're going to be doing our A-frame 1 1/4 as well because you kind of have to. So for that, we're going to make our chimney 1 1/4 high as well. So let's quickly fill these in, James. Okay, that's done. We're going to do the next stage after we start getting this roof in. Or should we do it now, James? You want to do it now, obviously?
Yep.
All right, we'll go high now. Finish filling all this in. Alrighty. The start of our chimney is basically done. We just probably do need to do 1 more above that, eh, James?
Yeah, depending on how big the roof goes, because common law is the chimney is supposed to be higher than the the highest point on the roof.
Okay, the fun part now. We're going to be doing the A-frame roof. So pay close attention to this part. This is going to be fun. Let's get
Laying
started.
the quarter down first.
No, I'm going to do the quarter on the top. For this part here, we got to get like a bit of a square going. Get a quarter up there. I'm going to steal one of those logs. And that will give you that nice pitch that we need for the A-frame. So I'm going to just quickly do all this part here. What I'm going to do is... Oh, there we go. Like that. And we just continue doing that all the way up. Okay, once you've done that part there, what we need to do now is the very top part, you can't just lay a log on it because it won't be 1 1/4. So what we've got to do is build this up here. Just exactly the same way. This is the easiest way to do it. Just make sure you follow the whole process all the way across. Just to make it nice and easy. All right, we're going to jump up here now. Go all the way across again. Don't really want to fall. There we go. From here, just going to keep going till we get to the same height as the middle one. All right, I'm just going to stop it here for a second. I'll show you exactly what we need to do now. So once you got this part here, we just need a quarter log up here. I'm just going to use this one real quick. Chop that down. From there, now we have a perfect A-frame roof. That is as beautiful as it gets. Okay, we're going to finish off this roof and we're back in a sec. Okay, the roof is complete. Now, this is the part that I find a lot of people find intimidating. It's actually really, really, really easy. So we had to make a couple of adjustments. Well, sorry, not a couple, just a adjustment. We had to tear that part of the fireplace down. So I only have one above. So we could get this other support to stretch all the way down to here. So you can't put any more stones on that until you start laying planks, but don't do that yet. First things first, let's get the supports in. So you're going to see 2 lots running across. What you want to do is get the support on the very top one. So not the bottom one down there, because we need to take that part down. Oops, and I fell. So let's get that bottom one out. I can just leave it until we get it down, but yeah. So what we want to do is just get all that down, but first we've got to support it all. So we're going to jump down to the next level here. We're going to support the top one. Oh, wait a minute. I don't need to support that. My bad. Sorry. We need to go around the sides and support it. And down to the bottom one. So this is nice and easy. If you want to do an A-frame, I should have mentioned this before as well. You have to make sure they're in even numbers. If you do it in odd numbers, it's going to be tricky and it won't get that proper point. You can make it like that, but it's easy if you just go in lots of 2. Obviously not 2, but say 4 and upwards. You can make it as big as you want. You want to have 20, 30, 40, whatever spaces across, but just make sure they're even. So once we've done all that, that looks all good. James has finished that part. I need to finish this part here. One more up here. From there, we can now start tearing down the scaffolding. Start from the bottom. Probably the easiest way. So you got to remove those quarter logs supporting it first, which will allow you to bring all these ones down here. So just quarter log first, then all these ones here. We're going to start working our way from the bottom up. You don't have to do it in that sequence. That's just the way I like to do it. Okay, from here, we'll get rid of that, and then we'll get rid of that quarter log. That'll all come out nice and easy. And
sometimes you wind up with ones that are stuck.
You shouldn't. If you've done it properly, this shouldn't. If you've done it the way we said to do it, you won't have any issues as long as it's no greater than 5 across.
Yeah.
So if you've done 5 across, this is going to be easy. All right, we're going to tear this down back in a second. Alrighty, we have completely opened up the roof, as you can see. So as long as you got all the supports in there, you're not going to have any issues. So you don't have to put the supports at the top. You can put them on the bottom one as well, just so you know. It might be easier, actually. So what we want to do now is just quickly finish off this part here. Just this part.
Mm-hmm.
That way the fireplace is now locked in as well, and you can start building the fireplace up. So before, what we normally do, before we fill any of this in, is we like to fill in all the walls. Okay. We have filled in all that. We've also put in the light bulbs. You don't need to see us do that all over again, so why the hell would we? So we're going to fill in all the roof now, James. That's the fun part.
Yay.
All we need is a split log, which probably isn't one around here. I'm just going to use a full log. That'll work. Okay, we're going to fill all this in, and we'll be back. Alrighty, we are all filled in, ready to go, lit up and everything. So what we need to now do is use the second level to put a fireplace in, because why not? Why wouldn't you? I'm going to do the same thing again. Find those little vertical lines. There we go. And we'll fill this in quickly. James, if you could do the honors.
Yeah, will do.
Nah, too far away.
Too far away.
Gotcha. I'll cut it out.
I'm
Beautiful. Then we got another fireplace. We've got one directly below it. This is the good reason why we do it like this. So both
Look
levels
at
will
that.
have fireplaces. Beautiful. We need to cut some windows out of here. I want to have big open windows here on both sides. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to do it all the way across because why not? No cannibals going to be crawling through this hole.
the view and the light it brings off.
Yep. All this nice natural light come through. You can do the top ones if you want. It's up to you. We might. Maybe. Who knows? Okay. Let's quickly go downstairs, show you what we've done so far. Got the overhang going as well. That's basically the exact same way of doing the roof, except it's easier. Got the fireplace going all up. It's all capped off. Got little vents at the top there as well. So that's why we do it like that first. And you have a nice little house. Okay, the next thing we need to do is the back deck. Now, we're going to be using the platforms for this. But before we do that, I need a full-size log.
Here you go, sir. Over here.
I got one, thanks. We're going to be extending the deck out. So we're going to go out. Now, this is another thing I wanted to show everyone as well. This is another little cool little tip. Oh, you're going to do it all the way across? Yeah, cool. All right. Say, for instance, you can't lay, because you can't half the time, because you're using stone. You want a stone deck, right? You're trying to lay it out here. It's not always going to go to the same height. And if you don't have these already here, it won't do it. You look down, it won't give you the prompt. So instead of, trying to figure that out, you just do your logs like that, take it out. Oops. Be careful where you lay your stone. And put them across like that, and then you can fill them all in. Okay. Once we've done that, we're going to be going to our blueprints. All right. So these pre-made blueprints or platforms are really, really handy to make bridges and decks. I'll put instant book build on to make this nice and quick. Okay, fill these out. And these will actually allow you to drop down once we get to this point here. Yep, so they got to be to this point. Now we could drop it from there and work our way across. I know that looks a bit weird like that, but
You're able to put stairs in.
yeah, you could put stairs in. So exactly that. It's just like a normal set of stairs. We're going to go all the way across again. And we got ourselves a nice little bridge. Or a jetty, dock, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to keep going across. And we're going to be going... actually, we're not going to go all the way. We're just going to go to here. Let's get some stairs in there, Mr. James. And we're going to show you the next thing. This is James's little invention. So once you got him at a nice height like that, put some stairs down there again, please, James. You can actually get them going all the way across. And James, you want to show them your fish farm?
This is you normally do it so there's about half a log inside.
We're at least half a log high or below the water now anyway, so that's good.
Yep, that's perfect height, that is. And then you just hope for the fish traps, sink them into the water.
Lovely.
And
I'll fill them in for you. And this is a perfect place to start putting your fish farm. Or as James calls it, the fish factory.
Yeah, so you've got a permanent income of food. You just leave them in there, and as you eat them and take them off the drying racks, you just replace them from here, and yeah, it's just never ending.
That should be more than enough. That should be more than enough to feed you for a lifetime. Because they hold about 5 or 6 fish each.
Yeah, about 5 each, and then you grab your drying racks, put them next to it. That one there. There's somewhere in here. Yep, 6. Okay, and then...
You're about to fall off the edge there, James.
Yep.
That'll do. Just the one for an example.
Yeah.
Using planters as decoration. A lot of people don't know you could actually use them as decoration as well as, you know, a source of berries and whatnot. Let's go to the front real quick, and we're going to just set these up wherever you want. This is not a really big or advanced tip. It's more of a decorating tip. Try to find somewhere you can plant them. Preferably out of the way where cannibals can't reach them, because if you put them at the front of the place like I am right now, you're going to get them just smashed by cannibals every single time. Okay. Just like that, you have beautiful plants, and they do make your place look a hell of a lot better, in my opinion. Not everyone's going to like them, but you can put them, you know, in strategic places, and it just gives your base that more of a natural look, in, you know, in my opinion. All right, next thing we're going to do is a rug. Alrighty, we're going to place a single rug. Hold your shift key and just rotate little by little. Just keep rotating. Oops, don't rotate too much. And that's pretty much it. A perfect, well, not perfect. If you do smaller sort of shifts or rotations, it will look a lot better. I actually got this idea from Third Axis. It was a really, really good idea. But that's how you just make your, you know, your round rug out of just the blueprints.
That is the only thing I can't master. I've never done.
It's really, really simple. You just have to have a little bit of patience.
Yeah.
But it is a cool little addition. Okay,
how many rugs do you reckon?
Oh, it depends. You know, that's approximately 30 to 50 rugs. So now we've got our rug here. We're going to teach you how we make our coffee table. So for this one, we need a quarter log, a split log, and some shelves. Oh, there goes James. Oh! James just got hit.
I told you it was out here looking for me.
Yeah, as soon as you walked outside, he got you, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and get me a quarter log.
That is freaking amazing.
We're going to plop it right there. So for this one, now we just require a split log.
A full split log?
Full split log. And some shelves. Okay, so we're going to just chuck the shelves on the end of this. They're going to overhang a little bit, but we're going to make it look a lot tidier in a second. Alrighty, now you could leave it like that, but I find it looks a hell of a lot better if you put a deerskin rug on it. And James is just tearing up the floor at the moment just to try to get the support. And we could lay some power underneath it. And we get one of our our leg lamp. And we're going to lay that basically wherever you want. Like that. And then we're going to power it up through the floor. Once you've got it all wired up in the floor, you have yourself a lamp with no ugly wires hanging out and a pretty awesome coffee table, if you ask me. I think that looks pretty damn good. And you can actually put some drinks and stuff on it. Or cereal or whatever the hell you want. Let's just chuck some cereal on there because it's on the thing. And some cat food. Beautiful. That is what I call an awesome coffee table. Alrighty, the next thing we're going to be doing is showing people how to use the teleporter. I don't know why, but a lot of people don't know how to use it, so I'm going to show you right now how to use it. So once you've got your platform, your blueprint for it, and you obviously got your main artifacts, right? Mine's a cat.
A what?
My machine's a cat. Oh god, I forgot I had a cat thing as it's a mod. Oh. All right, put some solidify in your cat. It's just a funny mod. I thought it'd be funny. Once you got it, pretend it's the artifact, okay? I forgot to turn it off. You activate it. Once that is activated, now you look down at your cat and you got different modes. So you got toggle mode. To toggle mode, you got the one that'll basically golden whatever you want. Then you look down, you toggle again. Now that will be your actual teleporter. and the cat will bring you back to wherever you want to go. Oh god, it's fun. Oh, there you go. That's how you use the teleporter machine, just so everyone knows. Alrighty, we're going to be showing you how to make a defensive fence now. A lot of people just do straight up walls. They're perfectly fine. You want something that you can actually look through? What we're going to do is get a quarter log. We're going to place it going that way, and we're just going to raise it, and we're going to keep putting quarter logs on it. So we're going to go to the other side and keep going along with it. I'll show you in a second why this is cool. Because what we're going to do is show you how to make a gate after the fence. So let's get this fence up. We'll be back in a second. Alrighty, our fence is up. Now you can make this as high as your heart desires. By doing the quarter and then up, it will allow you to go in just basically, what's the word? Infinitely. That's the word I'm looking for. Now, once we get our fence, we want a gate. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to tear this part down here. We're going to find our center, which is right here, which is perfect because all we need to do, I know this is a bit of a pain. You don't have to do this part. We just did it anyway. Is remove the two sides, please, James.
Yep.
And then we kind of have to line it up. That's the hard part. I would use that as a bit of a guide.
Oh, Kelvin, please move.
Just shoot him.
Oh, you...
And we're going to try... We need to get about 5 across. So I'll remove that as a guide. It probably isn't straight. Sometimes you need to do this a couple of times. Okay, that should be enough. That looks pretty straight. Like, you can get it a little bit straighter, but yeah, why would you bother? Now build this back up. Oops. I hate when it does that. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. 5 across. What's that for? Yeah, one more.
4.
Okay, we're going to put our thing up like that. Now we have properly working gates. And we're just going to have to build this back up here again. It may not always work out exactly straight, but don't let that discourage you. We will have a decent defensive wall with a beautiful gate. Now, if you want to make it even fancier,
Later.
we're going to lay that like this. Put that across like that. Oh, why is that a different height? What happened there? Oh, I know why. Because we usually go one higher.
Yeah.
Usually it's one
so
higher.
All we need is a
Yeah.
half log. I mean,
3/4 log.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll just chop that down. Get my little axe out. Come on. chop it down and
And
get
then a
our
pulley.
full log. Remove all of that. Remove this. And then you basically got yourself a pretty nice looking gate. Lovely. That's how you make a gate and a defensive fence. Now you can actually use stone. You don't have to use timber for this. Stone will do the exact same thing. Sometimes it actually looks better when you make it out of stone, and it's going to be stronger. While we're here, let's quickly do one more thing. Using tarps as a wall actually is a pretty decent option as well. So you could actually use it for walls and roof. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do up a little thing here. Across. Oh, that doesn't want to line up for some reason. Beautiful. And we're going to get ourselves a couple of tarps. They're not very strong, but they will work. Oh, you know what I didn't do, right? I need to make it... It's supposed to be full height, sorry. I should have made it full height.
Oh, yeah.
It's 3/4, that's why you're not getting the wall. But you got yourself a nice bouncy castle. You get up there, you bounce on it. But anyway, if I did it properly with the full-size logs, you could have walls as well. Take my word on that one. And for the final thing tonight, we are going to be showing you how to make a floating structure or a floating floor, whatever you want to call it. So make sure you keep your structure damage on for this one because you will require it. James is going to take you through how to do this one.
All right. First, you go with all 4 corners. Then your middles.
And you got a moose in the way.
And a moose in the way. And then put your tops across like this, making so they're all coordinates, or whatever, the cubes. And then, once that's done, then you grab your half log, wherever it went. Half log, okay. And you always put the half log on the same side as you go around. Okay, once that's done, and then you put them on in the middle. So you cover the all in, what's it called? Okay, once that's done, then remove the 4 corners. This must be done. Okay, once the 4 corners are down, then grab out your
Spear?
spear. Make sure that your structure damage is on, and then aim for the support and keep hitting it until it disappears. Once that's done, then you pull out the log to that thing. Okay, then you move on to the next one. Now, all you have to do is just walk up to this and pull out the struts around there, and then the middle one is able to come straight out.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a cool way you could do it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, that's a nice, easy way to do a floating structure.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. Lovely. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful for some. If you could please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below, that would be awesome. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.